Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, this is my third time covering this story, I believe, and I told y'all that as details emerge, I'll keep updating y'all because the original story that they gave us about this on the news just didn't sound right. And of course, we were right. Now, they told us a whole bunch of stories, with the first one being that he was coming from a local club and was shot as he entered his car. That turned out to be a lie. They said it was a drive-by shooting, as we broke it down before, being that his car has a 6-inch lift because it's a 2017 Dodge Ram pickup truck. There's no way he was shot from a car alongside him perfectly in his chest 5 times. So that proved to be a lie as well. Last but not least, everyone claimed that the streets caught back up with him and thought it was a retaliation murder, but as word got around as to why he was actually killed by people that was close to the situation, that turned out to be a lie as well. It was no retaliation murder. So we're going to get into all that today, and I'm going to point out some things that seem a little bit suspect when it comes to this case, using the latest details that was put out. And I want to hear what y'all think about it as well in the comments. So before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And I swear, it's lit here. So join one of the latest games on YouTube so you can stay updated with some of the realest content. Now let's get straight into it. Now, I've seen a video by What's the Numbers TV. Shout out to him. I think his name is Poro, right? It featured a guest host by the name of Batty Bills, and they are alleging that the news haven't spread it yet, but Alpo's killer has already been arrested and is in custody. Now, these guys happen to be from Harlem, which with ties to people who were close to Alpo, so I would assume that they would know what's going on more than anybody, which is why they made that video as soon as they did. Now, a lot of people are confirming that it was over a girl. In fact, as to Alpo's demise, allegedly, Alpo was having an affair with one of these young dude's girlfriends, and the young dude wasn't with it. Now, they say Alpo was stuck in that 80s mentality where he was the man and felt he could do or say whatever he wanted to do and get away with it. However, I guess this young man just wasn't with it, whoever it is. Now, it's only a few people that I find that we can listen to or pay attention to when they speak on Alpo, because they talk in very fine detail. It's been proven that these guys have actually been around Alpo or some type of affiliation, and that's Gene Deal and Sub-Zero DVD. All right, now Sub-Zero did go on to say in his video that he covered on Alpo, first and foremost, shout out to Sub-Zero. He's a DVD legend. He actually was very familiar with Alpo and lived across the street from his building at one point in time, and they were pretty tight even prior to his passing. Now, I encourage everyone to check out his video as well, because he has a lot of untold stories and interesting facts about Alpo that I myself never heard anyone say. But he described Alpo as being a ladies' man. I guess a womanizer in a sense, because he goes on to say that Alpo was pretty much having sex with everything moving. And he said when he asked Alpo, like, yo, why you smash that girl, man? And he said Alpo pretty much was like, yo, listen, that's what I do. Like, I don't know. I do what I do. You got your thing and I got mine. And it is what it is, man. And how he kicked it, Sub-Zero pretty much said, man, he was having sex with a lot of dudes' girlfriends, a lot of dudes' wives, pretty much taking dudes' girls from them, and they knew that, but Alpo was just being Alpo. And one thing I tell guys, man, when it comes to you smashing a dude's girlfriend or whatever the case may be, you messing with another man's ego, you messing with another man's pride, his manhood. He got to walk around and hear that such and such has slept with his girlfriend, and at that point, man, that drives men, especially men, to do whatever they feel necessary to regain their ego, regain their pride. You see what I'm saying? I know a lot of dudes that went off the deep end when it comes to women and their women smashing other dudes. I don't agree with it because I feel that you should also check the woman, because that's who has their quote unquote loyalty to you, but everyone feels different. All right. So when it comes to Alpo, he pretty much said Alpo was having sex with everything moving, and in a nutshell, it may have caught up to him, and people are even alleging that the same girl that he was messing around with may have been the same one to set him up. And that's another thing. I don't know if any of y'all is familiar with New York, but one thing I can tell you about these Harlem girls, Brooklyn girls, at least from my experience, they are sneaky. And usually when a woman is all about their money, or sometimes when money is involved and they in the streets, they pretty much belong to the highest bidder. You know, Sub-Zero also went on to say that Alpo was having sex with these women, and after, he'll give them like a couple hundred. But the thing is this: a woman, let's say she got caught by her man or whatever the case may be, and he'd be like, yo, you know what? I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Tell him to come here. In her defense, and her trying to make herself seem innocent or whatever the case may be, she's going to follow through with that. And I'm not saying that that's the case in this situation, but you got to watch these women. They will set you up. They will line you up, and you will never, ever know. And it's easy because, you know, us dudes, man, we gullible. You know, a nice smile, a big butt. She tell you come over and wait right here. You know, you wait. I don't know about anybody else, but me, I don't wait in one spot too long. I never wait in one spot too long. I'll even spin the block a couple times before I sit in that one place for too long. All right. But anyway, now when it comes to Alpo, his murder pretty much did not come from any retaliation from the street regarding the people he killed, had killed, or even snitched on. So that means it has nothing to do with Wayne Perry, has nothing to do with Dementio, Mano, Rich Porter, no one. So when I see guys celebrating over this man's death, knowing it wasn't hard to catch him, knowing he wasn't hiding, knowing he was welcoming any and everybody that had problems with him, all that tells me is that you celebrating someone else, right? You celebrating someone for doing something you yourself didn't have the heart to do. And there's no disrespect to nobody. I know a lot of people's feelings and emotions is tied up into this Alpo situation for his past and what he did. But it's kind of disgusting seeing people celebrating this man's death, especially knowing you had nothing to do with it. Even the people that were sitting there trying to make it seem like it had something to do with the street, like when they try to make it seem like it was because of his past, that's disgusting. You see what I'm saying? If you know it had nothing to do with any of them people we named, don't try to make it seem like people got get back or retaliation. You see what I'm saying? For what? You got people in the comments, you got people all over. Oh, see, the streets caught up, the streets. That's not, it had nothing to do with anything from his past. Now, Sub-Zero, along with other dudes, was saying that Alpo was still in the street. And I've said something like this in the first or second video that I covered on him. But the thing is, I didn't want to say too much because y'all got to remember, even though these guys pass away, they still have family members. They still have people that care about them. They still have friends. So you don't want to just be putting a business. You don't want to just be putting certain things out there. But the cat is pretty much out the bag, and if you knew, you knew. He was picking up bags, dropping off drugs, all over New York, Brooklyn, Harlem, all over. Poe was still shaking and moving. But the thing is this, right? I don't understand, because everybody claims he's a rat this, he's a rat that, right? And he was. Well, they said at the time of his death he wasn't in witness protection no more, right? But this is how backwards people are. This man is this snitch and rat that people call him, and he did all this in his past, but yet people didn't have no problem accepting drugs from him. How crazy is that? And I don't want to hear, oh, you saying too much. No, the cat's already out the bag. Dudes already made a bunch of videos on YouTube about it already. So it is what it is. But the crazy part is, and matter of fact, this is where them brown bags that people were talking about, because a lot of people thought he was using, he picked up a habit. No, Alpo ain't pick up no habit. Alpo went back to his old ways. And like I said, I don't understand how people could call him a snitch, rat, and all that, but still have no problem taking work from him. That's weird. And pretty much, like I said, he wasn't hiding. And it's been said that after his mother and sister died, he really didn't care no more in the first place. That's why you started seeing him pop out, going to big events. And he just out here. It's been plenty of times people recording him. It's all over Instagram. You know? And that's why when I see people celebrating his death, it's kind of weird, because it's like, yo, when this man was alive, y'all didn't have that same energy. You know? And it's kind of weird now. Like I said, things are coming to me as I do this video. It's like he always mentioned a bucket list. You see what I'm saying? And I can't quite put my hand on it just yet. However, I still think it's more to the story. I still think that it's a pretty big coincidence that after Alpo got that deal approved for his movie to be put out through Netflix, he was killed shortly after. He been trying to shop this movie deal around. He got turned around a couple times. He wanted a certain amount of money for it. People that wasn't trying to give it to him because they felt they already knew his story. I find it very, very, very strange how as soon as he got that movie deal approved, he was killed. And then on the flip side of that, guess what? The next day later, Dame Dash put on his Instagram that there's going to be a Paid in Full Part 2. I found that strange as well. And in fact, Sub-Zero said on his platform that Alpo actually received that big check that he was waiting on for a long time. Some people saying it was a few million. No one released the accurate amount yet. But Sub-Zero is saying that he had just got that check he was waiting for and was killed right after he got it. Oh, and get this, it's been alleged, keep in mind, I said alleged, that Alpo was messing with Diddy's baby mother, and that's who actually helped him get the Netflix deal to publish his movie. It said that it was Diddy's baby mother and Mary J. Blige that helped Alpo get that Netflix deal. Now, I ain't no rocket scientist or nothing, but for her to go out her way and get Alpo this movie deal, which is rumored that he was going to receive $4 million for, knowing his background, knowing that people call him all types of rats and snitches, and you know he's this monster, and you still decide to help him out, I think your boy Alpo was tapping that. He had to be. And I'm not gonna reach and say that maybe Diddy, found out and probably, he didn't like that, and I don't know, man. It's a little too early to be making those allegations. However, keep in mind that this wasn't no ordinary hit, man. It wasn't. The news gave us false information, and it's a coincidence that he has been killed right after receiving that check. So it's clear that something isn't right. And you know what they say? They say where there's smoke, it's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Alright. And I don't know how the movie deals work, but I wonder if maybe when you do a movie deal, whatever deal in entertainment, and once you sign your rights over and receive a check, and they have everything they need, does that mean that all the proceeds that they may get for whatever project to be put out, does that mean that they get to keep everything? How does that go? For anybody that know how it go, please let me know in the comments. Y'all see where I'm going with that, right? Bear with me, y'all, because like I said, I'm trying to put two and two together and understand why as soon as he got that check, he was killed. And why before he was killed, he kept mentioning something about a bucket list as if he knew something was getting ready to happen. I don't know. it's a whole bunch of things that we could sit here and point fingers at. But at the end of the day, man, as details keep emerging, I'm gonna continue to point out some things that seem a little suspect. I want to hear you guys' opinion on it, man. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments below. In a nutshell, they're saying that the real reason he was killed, it wasn't no retaliation murder. It was pretty much over a female. He was hitting one of these young dudes' girls, and that's what it came back to. But then now on the flip side, some people are saying it was over a drug deal. Like I said, it's a whole bunch going on. Considering this whole Alpo situation. What I am going to do is I'm gonna try to assess the information that's out there and just keep bringing it to y'all and let y'all make a prediction or let me know what y'all think concerning it. If you have any information, you know that, and you close to the situation, let us know, man. Email us or whatever the case, whatever it is, man. Y'all let us know. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this here. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as y'all keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping, and I'm out.